welcome to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts, and I am here with the Let's Talk team. It's Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and Lisa. Hi.
Hey,
y'all.
You guys match.
I know. We do. You read my mind. I was like, we did it again. I love it.
I do too.
The days where we are dressed alike, that means that we are having a mind meld, which means that our show is going to be amazing.
Yes.
It always means our show is going to be amazing, so I'm very excited. So we like to start every show out with something called Talk of the Town. And so our Talk of the Town today is all about drinks and such.
All right. Bring it.
All about drinks and such. So first up, bourbon drinkers. No, the serious bourbon drinkers know that it is very hard to get your hands on Pappy Van Winkle and other really rare bourbons. But the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio is trying to make it easy for one person to win a huge stash of some of the most rare bourbons. The organization is selling raffle tickets for a chance to win six really rare bourbons, including Blanton's Gold Edition, Four Roses 2020 Limited Edition Small Batch, signed by Brent Elliott, Master Distiller, W.L. Weller 12-year, a Van Winkle Special Reserved 12-year, an Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year, and an Eagle Rare 10-year. The tickets can be purchased on the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio.
Whoa. Yeah.
Make-A-Wish Foundation, that would be one of my great wishes. That much delicious bourbon.
Yeah. You know, people go crazy for these raffles.
Oh, they do.
Yes.
Remember our friends from The Nest had a Taylor Swift raffle and they made like $50,000 in like 1 week?
Yeah.
This bourbon one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's going crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because these are really, really hard to get.
Yes, they are.
And you know,
It's a whole stash.
A
it
whole
is.
stash.
It's the whole collection. I love it. And our meteorologist, Dylan Godet, he waited in line when they were doing this over at Liquor Barn, and he waited and, you know, to get a ticket and all of that. And the guy that won it was like right in front of him.
That's the
I
worst.
think, I could be lying, but I think that's the story that he gave us.
So he's going to have to, so Dylan, I know you're around here somewhere. Go ahead, get your raffle ticket, get your recompense.
That's right.
For missing out. Okay, our second story, also about booze. Okay, so the whole world is going pink for the Barbie movie. People are really fired up about this Barbie movie. And local bars and cafes in Lexington, and I'm sure everywhere else, but we're talking about Lexington today, are doing Barbie-themed drinks.
Okay.
So we've got the Barbie Macchiato. It's at Chaotic Good. We've got the Malibu Barbie Shot at La Chula. We've got the Barbie's Dream House Beer. It's at the Blue Stallion Brewing Company. We've got the Pink Lemonade Pie Ale. It's at Rock House Brewery. And Crank and Boom is having a Barbie Dream House Sundae.
Oh, and that one's alcohol-free, is that right? Or can we bring our own and just kind of tip it in there?
So, you know, at the Crank and Boom in the Distillery District,
yeah,
they do put a little libation in there.
Oh, look at that.
So, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be silly, but I'm now excited about the Barbie movie.
There's a lot of hype with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully the movie will be good.
Yeah.
If not, we'll eat all of it and drink all of it and be happy.
Right.
It'll be fun no matter what. If we all go,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun no matter what.
right.
So.
But I mean, if people are drinking before, it's gonna be funny anyway.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
After a couple of those Malibu
shots.
And we're talking about doing a little girls' night out, too.
Yeah,
Friday
we
night
wanna
to go
see
see the Barbie movie, so.
Oh, goodness. I don't think the world is ready.
I'll go see Ryan Gosling.
Oh. Not in this role. Okay, everybody. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, let's talk about it. Should it be a crime to not call someone by their preferred pronouns?
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
Shark Summer is back at Newport Aquarium. see dozens of sharks, dare to cross Shark Bridge, and visit the Shark Nursery. Touch sharks and a millions of years old megalodon tooth. Save with advanced tickets at NewportAquarium.com.
Hi, this is Joseph with Rapid Fire Home Buyers. Do you have a house that's costing you too much time and money? Maybe a rental house, an inherited house you don't know what to do with, or the house you're living in that you just can't keep up with. We buy property in any condition and any price range all over the Southeast. Sell your house as is for cash with no repairs, no fees, and no commissions. If you're even thinking of selling your house, before you call a realtor, give us a call for a free cash offer. Call 859-695-3875.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation has delivered happiness to 17 million seriously ill kids and their families at more than 800 children's hospitals and healthcare facilities. Our programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
Military families often sacrifice precious time away from loved ones while serving our country.
We were worried that with him leaving, that she would lose those connections with her dad.
Some of life's best moments happen between parents, children, and the pages of a good book. United Through Reading provides that connection. And now, United Through Reading is also available to veterans. Learn more about United Through Reading at unitedthroughreading.org.
Newport Aquarium memberships give you unlimited visits for a full year. Get insider access to new animals, exhibits, and events like Shark Summer and the return of mermaids this fall. Join the adventure today at NewportAquarium.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. It is time for the Countdown Conversation. This is the part of the show where we talk about as many topics as we can in 6 minutes. I promised you all a spicy one, and a spicy one I shall deliver. All right.
Spicy.
All right, so first up, misgendering. So if you don't know what misgendering is, it's when you refer to someone without using their preferred pronouns, or you refer to someone about them without using their preferred pronouns. So that's what misgendering is. Newsweek just did a study, and it found that millennials, who are people 35 to 44, 38% of them felt that misgendering someone should be a crime. Thoughts? Should misgendering be a crime? So for me, well, I don't know. That's a First Amendment issue. I think that you can call people a lot of not nice things, and they are legal, like calling someone a racial slur, calling someone a curse word that's not very nice, and we have First Amendment protections to do that. I think that you should always use the gender pronoun that a person wants you to use, but I don't think we should make it a crime.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on this. Definitely should not be a crime. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, I was a tomboy, so I had a short haircut. I looked like a boy, and older folks would think that I was a boy and say, hey, little fella, you know, like, I'm a girl, you know, but I'm not going to have them thrown into jail for this or arrested. I don't know. I think it's silly.
I think we should use the right pronouns, of course,
Yes.
and there are so many things that people can say that aren't illegal. I've been hearing racial slurs since I was about 5 years old, and it's not illegal, only when there's violence involved, and that only happened one time, you know, but this is, misgendering is, unfortunately, it's not a violent crime, and there's a lot of us who are older who this is new for, and we're trying very hard, and sometimes I slip up and I do it incorrectly, and I depend on the grace from others to correct me, to teach me versus punish me. I'm not sure that the punishment is as effective as teaching.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a difference between being respectful and being like doing something legally, right? Or disrespectful and illegal. The whole point about laws is to bring order to society, keep us organized, everyone, these are the things laid out, but I don't see why making this illegal would bring any kind of order to our society.
Yeah. So that's that one. Up next, allowance. Should you give your child an allowance, and do you do it? Lisa.
You know, I think it's up to the parent, obviously, but for me personally, I don't give my kids an allowance. I mean, we buy them things they want or things they need throughout the year. And so, you know, they know that, they understand that. And if they don't understand it in the moment, I remind them kindly to be respectful and help me out when I ask them for help. But for the most part, they're great about that. But yeah, my oldest though, he's very much like, show me the money, Mom. Like, I know you buy me things, but I really want the money. And I'm like, well, go get a job. So there it is.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but I was a little different. My parents, I'm an only child, and my parents gave me 20 bucks a week in the mid-'80s and into the '90s, and I didn't have to do anything. And I don't think that was the right idea. It didn't teach me a whole lot about money or savings or earnings. And that's made it a little harder in my adult life to manage money. I'm learning still, but I feel like at my age I should be a little further along, but I think it makes a difference, you know, responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of responsibility, I wasn't given an allowance growing up, and I had 2 other sisters, so my parents would be broke if they gave us allowances. But, and with Alex, I don't give an allowance. With him, it's like, okay, we have responsibilities, right? We have to make our bed. We have to pick up after ourselves, and that is a responsibility because when you get older, you're not paid to do these things, right?
Yes.
But like he did want a VR headset, so we're like, okay, that's not cheap.
Yes.
So we had a little tally mark, and we would give him money for like extra things, like above and beyond chores.
Okay.
So little special tasks that he could do to earn money, and he got it. So, and that was also a money management kind of thing that we could do too. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that idea. So for me, I'm a no on allowances. I think that allowances create a transactional relationship between parents and children, and I think that love and money should not be tied in a child's mind. And I think the amount my parents give me, maybe this is a declaration of their love for me. If my parents can't give me money, do they not love me? And do I only love my parents because they're giving me money? I think tying love and money in a child's mind sets them up for wrong things in the future. And so
that's a good point.
yeah, so that makes me a little worried. My parents just bought what I needed when I needed it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so now I'm very responsible with money. I like to think so. All right, and finally, last up, so a new study, it was done cross-nationally. They did a study in Denmark and then in Florida to see if birth order had anything to do with how you turn out. And they found out that second children in families with more than 2 children are the troublemakers, more likely to go to jail, more likely to get into juvenile offenses, and more likely to just be up to no good.
Well, I'm the 3rd child, so I am not the 2nd child. But I'm telling you, and I'm the baby, and I have 2 older brothers. And I'm telling you, my middle brother, who was the 2nd child, trouble, trouble, trouble. And that's all I'm gonna say. He is a hot mess. And I'm just like, and he still is. He's in his 50s, still a hot mess. I mean, it just followed him. And you know, he was the one that my parents coddled the most and gave, you know, just gave him everything. And just, you know, he was the golden child is what we refer to him as. But it's just really funny. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Time.
Science prevails.
Yes, science prevailed on this. Too funny.
My sister was saved from this.
Oh, exactly, because we were about to spill all the tea. All right, everybody, stay with us. If you like history and you like drinking, we've got a guest for you. Stay with us.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
Next ET, our slam dunk interviews with the star-studded cast of Winning Time.
It's like the craziest story.
Behind the scenes, Hoop Scoop.
That is what I'm talking about.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on ABC 36.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece Mont Sticks. Any combination you want. It's like your birthday, but without that weird email from your dentist. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Watch me. Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Remember that night you spent in an igloo, sipping on a strawberry shortcake slush float with crunchy sugar crystals? Was that real? Or is that just your brain's summer vacation house? $2.99 strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Sonic.
I love it when it's summertime.
Thursday, school's out for summer, but these juniors and seniors are still testing their knowledge.
In the old days, skipping school was called playing blank. Hopscotch?
Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm Sherelle Roberts. We've got the Let's Talk team here, and joining us at the table is Rebecca Wisniewski from the Kentucky Historical Society. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here.
We are excited to have you here because you are here to talk about something so very unique. It's called Tipsy Town Tales. Say that 3 times fast. Tipsy Town Tales.
Oh, we say it a lot at my job. But yes, yes, it's a good time.
So tell us about Tipsy Town Tales, because I've promised the folks before the break, I said if you like history and you like drinking, this is what you need. Tell us about it.
It's walking those 2 great lines, history and alcohol consumption. But Tipsy Town Tales is actually a pub crawl in historic downtown Frankfort. We go to 3 different pubs, and we tell stories as we go throughout the city, and 2 of our pubs actually have historic connections.
I bet you do tell stories.
Well, it's a nice gig because as a tour guide, you know, I'm sharing history. I love being a storyteller. I know that's what you guys do here, sharing the news. But it's such a great time because even if you're not a big drinker, you can still have a fantastic time. The stories are really the big selling point. And actually we get a lot of I call them repeat offenders, but we get a lot of returning guests because they want to hear the stories. They want to hear how our tour guides are switching it up and telling different tales every time we go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, what's your favorite tale to tell?
Ooh, that would have to be the Kentucky Tragedy.
Oh. Give us like the 10-second version of that.
This doesn't sound funny.
Okay. Yeah. So, shots fired in downtown Frankfort. A man is killed who is about to be elected the leader of the House of Representatives. Oh. And this is this is in the heart of downtown, and it all circles around one woman, of course, who was wronged by a gentleman. And so to get back at her scorned lover, she has her new young husband take care of business and take the man out. Wow. That's my favorite one. I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
I want to keep it close.
I want to hear it myself.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this sounds like a really fun event that people could go all out on. Do people wear costumes? Are there themes?
So we go through a series of different themes. Once again, I don't want to give too much away, but we talk about a lot of diverse communities that people aren't really aware of that actually historically were very present in downtown Frankfort. We talk about different politicians. It's a lot of mystery, intrigue, and I will say, it's just a lot of the underbelly of Frankfort that you don't necessarily hear about. I know, which is why we get those folks who are like, tell me more. And
okay, so I love this because Lisa lives for a true crime story.
I really do.
Like, so much of it is that, though. It is. And to know that, like, all the drama that we see playing out in the news today, it was going on back in the 1900s. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay, so we are intrigued, okay? So how do we find out more information and how do you get booked? How does this work?
100%. So you're gonna wanna go to history.ky.gov, that's history.ky.gov, and we've got a smattering of dates, Fridays and Saturdays. So if you want to, if you're living, you know, in the Lexington area, even in the Louisville area, that's where I grew up, if you wanna take a day trip, walk around downtown and then hang out for the tour, go around in the evening. It's beautiful. But you're gonna wanna go online and register there, and we'll get you signed up and taken care of. You'll get a confirmation email and even a little reminder closer to the date for those of us who can.
This sounds like so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for coming here. I'm such a history nerd. I've been sitting here this whole time like,
oh my
yeah,
goodness.
tell me more.
I'm so excited. I hope you guys join us.
Yeah,
Girls
thank you
Night,
so much.
baby.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, things got a little bit rowdy at a Miranda Lambert concert. Let's talk about it.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan.
At Rally's, I'm in the driver's seat. Let me get a $5 meal deal with a Rally Burger. Hold up, make it a bacon cheddar crisp. Cheesy? Yes, pleasey. Plus chicken bites, famous seasoned fries, and a drink for just $5. Actually, give me that cheddar Buford. Let's go. I'm talking cheese from top to bottom. Cheddar, better. Whatever you order, own it at Rally's. Get your late night flavor fix.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-507-8988 or go to sonobello.com.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. It's time for something we like to call What in the World is Trending. And today, it is country music star Miranda Lambert.
Look at her getting in the news.
Ooh. Well, it's not, I don't know if it's good or not. It's very controversial.
It is.
She got a little upset at some folks who were at her concert. They were taking pictures while she was trying to sing. Let's take a look at the video.
Here for a sec, Danny, I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit.
So there was a group of, had started singing her song, but there was a group of women, they, were taking a full-on picture. This was them. You can see her in the background. So evidently they had like a professional photographer there taking pictures, snapping pictures. I guess she got upset and she was like, like when you're in elementary school, your teacher's like, we'll wait for you.
Yes. Yes. That's hilarious.
That's what she did.
Now, the only thing I can think of is that if they had flashes going on, I don't know, if it was distracting to her. But listen, you go to any concert and you flash.
Right. Not to mention that they probably spent $1,000 each for these tickets too. So I mean, honestly, they've paid a lot of money for those seats. They should be able to take selfies. I don't see the problem with it.
It's a little more complicated than I thought the photos that they were taking. But if there was a photographer there and that photographer had a ticket, then go nuts. They weren't interrupting her. They weren't causing her physical harm.
And they were probably going to tag her in the photos.
Right.
So that's publicity.
So that's free publicity.
Because look, she was photobombing him. She was like right there behind him in the photo. This whole thing just makes me uncomfortable. It's very cringe.
Yes, it is. It is definitely cringe.
Very, very cringe. Okay, and last up, people just won't stop doing weird things because they see it on TikTok. So now people are doing this thing called beer tanning. They are using beer. They are rubbing it on, letting it soak in their skin because they feel like it magnifies UV rays and it's going to help them get a better tan.
That just sounds like a waste of a good beer to me.
I know.
I mean,
Was there
honestly.
a difference, like if you use a lager versus like a Pilsner? I mean, you know.
Right, no, that's a good point. There's dark beers, there's
dark
light
beer,
beers,
light
yeah.
beer.
I don't
The
know.
early 70s vision of using iodine and baby oil is more effective than this.
That's right.
Well, time out.
Yeah.
I was born in '83. What?
Oh, we used to mix iodine and baby oil together and then put it on and go lay in the sun for hours.
I didn't do the iodine, but
Yes.
I did the baby oil and the lemon juice in the hair.
It was a thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Guys, this doesn't sound safe at all.
I know.
It wasn't.
No, it's not.
It wasn't.
And we indulged in it, didn't we?
But here's my thing. There wasn't even TikTok back then. So how does this get widespread?
That's a good
My
question.
mom did it,
Word of
her
mouth.
mom did it. It's a generational thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we all
It was just
put
word of
iodine
mouth
on.
from my friends. They were the ones telling me.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, just use self-tanner.
Get
That's what I do.
They didn't have that back then, so that was the self-tanner, iodine and baby oil.
I am so confused by this. So were people wearing sunscreen back then?
Oh, no.
We had it, but it was
Like
low.
SPF 12.
It was like 5 was like a big deal back then. They were like,
Yeah,
"Whoa,
exactly.
boy, you're never gonna get a tan with that." You know,
It's like, just burn me. Burn.
that's basically what we did. My mom would
It's
just
gonna
set
turn
me loose.
into a tan.
Exactly. I mean, it'll turn eventually. Mom just set me out there and just said, "Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Have at it. Stay
I
in
have
the shade."
sunspots all over my face.
I am so thoroughly perplexed by all of this. And I think I'm more perplexed because I was born with this tan. So I'm not, yeah.
You were
Lucky
blessed
you.
with a gorgeous
Yes.
tan, and I was
you.
pasty. Pasty.
So anyways, that's what's trending. If you've got some beer, I would recommend not doing it, but people are. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. I promise we're going to be just as funny and just as smart. We'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.